Oh, good morning, Bea. How are you?
Good morning, thank you, I'm good.
Well, Bea is a PhD student here at KAUST, and she's working on the Cenozoic intraplate volcanism here in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
And you have recovered an intriguing suite of more evolved rocks here, because the province is dominantly basaltic,
Yep,
but you have
exactly.
some other things as well.
Yes, I do. So here we have some kind of like what the basic things you see in the field. You have lava that is basaltic. This
That's the
little-
basaltic material,
Exactly,
yes.
so this is little lapillis.
Let's have a
And-
little look here.
Yeah, and then we have also some glossy basalt. This is from a fairly young eruption, so one of the youngest one.
That's a nice one, yes.
Yes.
So beautiful hoi textures and inflation crusts from the inside. This was the inflation. Yeah, fantastic. Very similar to what I've just seen from Iceland, only about a year
Yep,
old, you know.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
this was inflating inside, and it was producing these ropey textures at the surface that were hardened. So yeah, fantastic basaltic material. And but yeah, I mean, the peculiarity of the province is that there is a small volume of more evolved rocks, and you have some here. And I'm really curious about those. How do they come about? Do you know?
So in Saudi Arabia we have these basaltic provinces, right? And
Yeah.
we have many of these, and some of them have been active since the last 10 million years. Some of them have produced felsic rocks, but no one really knows how.
Yeah, I think that's the big
That's
question.
the big
as well.
question, yes. So I don't know, no one really knows. Here we have a range of the felsic products that we can find. This is basically a typical phonolite. This one in particular was taken from a lava, like a phonolite lava flow that is 150 meters thick.
Okay.
So you can see it's kind of like this greenish, fine-grained.
Yes, it's what at least from my experience, this greenish hue is giving you a good indication that it's alkaline and more evolved. So
Yes.
this looks good. So yeah, so you have these phonolites, and do you have something kind of intermediate between the basalts and the phonolites?
No, I mean, I guess you can say that this is maybe more basalt, more mafic, but I don't have the data on these yet. So
Okay.
we're producing the data, but right now I don't know.
So this is an evolved pumice then?
Yes.
Ah, at least intermediate to evolved once
Yes,
you have
exactly.
the analysis. Okay.
Hopefully this is phonolite, because what it is really interesting with this also, these phonolites have, I know that you talked about the mental analysis, you also have some
Yes.
really cool...
Oh, hold that still, please. Maybe I can catch it. Yeah, there's a little peridotite nodule in there,
Yeah.
or at least the remnant of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit grotty. I think it needs a wash someday, but yeah, no, I can see it. It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, like, these have already been washed.
And over
once.
there you have some really light-colored materials. What are those?
Exactly. So these are ignimbrites or rhyolites from Harat Khaybar,
Oh,
which
fantastic.
which have the and you also have a bit of pumice that is kind of like
From
this
the
that-
same place?
Exactly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So there's some explosive volcanism in some
It
of
is,
these more
indeed.
felsic rocks as well. And this is rhyolitic, you say?
Yes.
So that's different to the phonolites then?
It is.
Oh,
So now we're
very good.
basically looking at the two end members, the most alkaline and the least
Yeah.
alkaline. So it's very different from, like, depending on where you go in these harats, there's different fields.
This is very interesting, because I think my first gut reaction would be the rhyolites might have seen a bit of continental crust and the phonolites maybe not. I'm hypothesizing, of course, but this is something to investigate. But then you have the jewel in the crown, and I'm really kind of fond of this specimen. You have to show it to us.
It's an obsidian. It's also from Harat Khaybar. It is, you see, very shiny and has this kind of...
It's
like,
got some flow
glassy-
banding or
Yes,
so
it
in there.
does.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
lovely.
And it's very, very, very sharp. Now it doesn't have any of these kind of super sharp edges here, but this is literally what you previously, and I think also now, like, used for surgery.
That's
Like
right. That's
obsidian
right.
blades.
People, some surgeons still prefer obsidian blades to metal plates because they make these super clean cuts, and it's quite common that you cut yourself when you work with them. So.
And I think also, like, this volcano is famous for its blue obsidian, because it's
Oh, I see.
this kind of bluish hue is not super common.
There's a fantastic conchoidal fracture here as well. So, and this is great. Yeah, no, I mean, early people would have used this for tools, as cutting tools and
Yeah.
arrow tips and things like that. And this has been very instrumental actually in human evolution. People tend to forget that as one of our earliest tools, this has been just mind-blowing, because suddenly you could do a lot of things with
Exactly.
skinning animals and
Yeah.
fighting with your neighbors or whatever you want to do. So- killing dragons.
No,
yeah.
White Walkers. Yeah.
So okay, wonderful. Well, Bea, this is great. Thank you. And I mean, you still have a bit to go in the PhD,
Yes,
so
I do.
there is probably more to come. So watch this space. I'm looking forward to see what you're coming up with in terms of how these Felsic rocks come about.
We hope so too.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Bea.
you.
Bye.